Goeiemôre Geert, welkom. And I've got
Dank u.
Yeah. So, guys, here we are again. We are happy to say we've got the released version, so you all should be on the latest version .5, and a lot of the issues should be tamed already. Zibo did come back to me overnight that he did find a little bug in the laminar fuselage in the drag model, which he fixed, which is the reason for me struggling to gain altitude to do the climb in last night's stream. So thank you, Zibo. That's amazing. I've not tested it yet. This is just going to be a test flight as well. As you can see, we've got quite a few guys. There's Uncle John leaving already. A whole bunch of other flyers flying with us. So sit back, relax, enjoy. You know what to do. Send your messages and we'll chat in between. Hello, Christopher, and hello, Neil.
Can you also stream on Discord, Nico?
Of course.
Cheers.
Plezier. Right. Let's switch my mode there. Right. So, I should be ready to start APU and get going myself. There we go. Right, we are fully loaded.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Hey, Aircabras. Morning.
Some doors are still opened or the GPU or the ASU are still connected. I'm waiting for all of them closed and disconnected, then I will proceed.
That is fine, young man. There's the GPU
okay,
off.
all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
KLM 171A, taxiing to a holding point, runway 28 right.
Before start procedure.
Before start
Tow
procedure.
connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Dublin traffic Skymatix 001. Push and start gate 121.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Before start procedure.
Reggie, are you going to pass me quickly?
Ready for before start checklist.
Looks like he's on his way. Don't want to be rude and go block him now.
Skymatix 014, taxiing for 28 right. Alpha Foxtrot in November.
Dublin, traffic, Skymatix 04, line up and wait, runway 28 right.
Start number 2 engine. Not the right button. Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine.
Neil, it shouldn't, but you never know. You know, think a problem can happen.
KLM 171 Alpha, lining up lining up for runway on the holding point November 2, runway 28 right. KLM 171 Alpha.
Christopher, there's 2 answers to your question because there are 2 different Skycrafter updaters. Okay, so if you use the plugin, it goes into the Explain Resources plugin folder. Then you can use it internally in Explain. If you have the external version of the Skycrafter update, it needs to be put in your Explain root folder, and then you can run it from the outside with the exe.
Starter cutout.
Yeah, I use the external one as well.
Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow, stand by.
Start number 1 engine. Way easier using that one. I've still got the other one, I think. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. This is the internal one. So that runs the plugin folder from the plugin folder in the resources folder. The other one, external. Did you actually do it? Yeah, it looks like it.
N2.
Tow is disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Starter cutout. Engine start procedure complete.
Before taxi procedure.
Before taxi procedure. Ready for before taxi procedure. Before taxi procedure complete. I am ready for before taxi checklist.
Morning, Dave. Skymatix 00. That's the wrong button. Skymatix 001, Dublin traffic, taxi holding point, runway 28 right.
Dublin traffic, Skymatix 04, takeoff runway 28 right.
Dublin traffic, KLM 9057.
Holding point November 3, runway 28 right.
Yeah, I need to rewatch those movies. I haven't seen it in a long time, but yes, I did. I saw them when they were hot stuff back in the day. Yep. Yeah, it's a good one. Smoking in the van.
Cabin crew, take your seats, prepare for takeoff.
Before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure.
KLM 171 Alpha, taking off runway 28 right. Dublin traffic.
Dublin traffic, KLM 957.
Before takeoff procedure
behind company
complete.
traffic. That's 28 right.
Ready for before takeoff checklist.
KLM 171 Alpha, departed runway 28 right, Dublin traffic, passing 1300 feet, KLM 1718.
So there we can see the little train forming already. Nice. Hope you guys have got coffee. And that you are all relaxed. Excellent, Christopher. Hey, Vaughn, morning. Oh, you're lucky. I had to go make my own coffee. Yeah, I'm glad, Gilbert. I have a question. I can't remember who said it. It's in the Zibo pilots group. Somebody asked for the old version of the Zibo because the porpoising is killing him. Have any of you guys experienced any porpoising? I've not experienced any porpoising, and I've used default weather in my test flights, as you guys saw. So I don't know why anybody would get porpoising right now. Dave, okay.
Skymatix 078 lining up.
I'm not experiencing any porpoising right now, so no issues here.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I don't know if we're going to figure out what's wrong with that person's setup. You know, it seems to be local. It's so difficult to troubleshoot it. I mean, if no one else has got it, what can it be? Hello, Indra.
But did he define porpoising? Was it like a couple of feet up, a couple of feet down, or was it
No,
like
he
100
didn't.
feet?
No, he didn't define. He just said the porpoising is killing him. There's no definition given to it, so I don't know. Weird.
Some people already call it porpoising when it's like 10 feet up, 10 feet down. Well, that's actually quite realistic. So
exactly. So yeah, that's another thing. We don't know. You know, it's helpful when it can be colored in, when you get more information, you know. But in general, I don't know, it's not true for everybody, because we've got an absolutely huge and very, very loyal following. But some of the guys, once you start giving them extra homework, you know, come back with a SimBrief OFP, you find out, oh, they didn't make an OFP, they just made their own flight, you know. Or you give them any kind of homework, it's like they lose their enthusiasm to report bugs, you know, because it's just too much hassle for them to go back and to try it again and to figure out, you know, what the weather was doing or give a report on it or something. I don't know. So it's very difficult.
I do remember with the previous version that when on approach and I'm moving the flap settings, it started bouncing up and down a little bit, no?
Yeah, that was in the previous version. I know about that, yeah.
Yeah. So I just installed this version today. So it's my first flight with this version, so I will let you know now.
Cool. Okay, guys, here's a tip for everybody, including you, Marco. If you guys find something weird like that, okay, just do yourself a favor, delete your Zibomod, install a new fresh one. Go for full version plus latest fix. I've seen it so many times, and it's all over the forum. You can go check it.
Skymatix 078, taking off runway 28 right.
A lot of these funnies get fixed just by a new installation. You know, just get rid of the old one, then try again. See if it still does the same. You know, that's just the tip. Vaughn, no. The question then comes back to control sensitivities. Are you sure you set it up correctly? Are your sliders all to the left? Are you sure that in your yoke that your response curve is linear? Are you sure in the EFB that you actually set it to use the Zibo advanced yoke configuration? You know, there's a couple of questions that needs to be answered, because in my one, I don't feel it sensitive at all. Morning, Jet Power. You get it when you go in or out of certain clouds. You see, now that's kind of useful. Now you need to identify the clouds. Tell us which clouds, which altitude, what was the wind doing, Scotsman. That's already a move in the right direction, eh?
Dublin traffic, Skymatix 078 airborne of runway 28 right.
Safe landing, Dave. Right. Dublin traffic, Skymatix 001, line up and wait, runway 28 right.
Approaching 28 right. On runway 28 right.
One more minute. Thank you, Scotsman. Gilbert, the only time you do that is when you go from one version to a next. In other words, from version 40101 to 40102. The subversions, that is again a 01023 at the end, you don't have to. But when you go from a full version to another full version, we always recommend you delete the old one, because funny things can happen, eh? Yep, okay, I think we're ready to go. Dublin traffic, Skymatix 001, takeoff, runway 28 right.
Stabilized.
Okay, wait, I want to check this again.
Stabilized.
Sorry guys for the hold up.
Stabilized.
One more time. I don't think this thing is doing the correct procedure there. The EGT must rise and then it must peak and fall back, and it's not doing that at all. Not a chance.
Stabilized.
It just climbs. See, it never falls back. Ah, okay. I'll have to remind Zibo to fix that. Oh, this rudder is very sensitive again. And I just forgot to calibrate it before the flight. Look how I'm struggling to keep center line. That's so stupid.
Throttle hold. V1. Rotate.
We'll calibrate it before we land. Oh, this yoke is definitely not very sensitive. The pitch is not very sensitive at all. It's really nice actually to take. Yeah, I saw the crosswind, eh? But even so, if you turn into it and you kick the rudder, right? Look, I'm just touching the rudder. Look how the aircraft wants to roll.
Dublin traffic.
It's highly
Skymatix
sensitive.
4724, lining up and wait runway 28 right.
Very sensitive.
Acceleration altitude. Flaps 1 set. Approaching transition. Flaps up and set. Transition altitude.
This time I remembered my AutoOrtho. It's running. Looks nice.
SL_it_3F45C27CB0E34E6.
That's Streamlabs. Streamlabs is confused. Whoever you are, thank you so much. But you will unfortunately be anonymous until we find out who you are. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't know why Streamlabs is so absolutely tough. Scotsman, I don't know, man. That you'll have to ask the graphic artists. Yeah, the sun is blinding. Right, so our next altitude and speed restriction will be when we leave the Irish airspace. We have to be below flight level 230 and maximum 290 knots. That will be the one. And then we have a free climb, free speed. Absolutely, Scotsman. But the big test for this version is going to be after we transition from knots onto Mach. Once we get to the Mach speeds, that's when the drag influenced it yesterday. So we just need to see. Thank you, Gilbert. Appreciate it, man. Sorry about Streamlabs going weird like that. No idea why it does that. But appreciate it very much, sir. Coming back to the Zibo, once we go through that transition at the top there, the climb rate should be normal. It shouldn't be 500 feet per minute. That was a bit shallow.
Good morning.
Hello, Tommy. Yeah, it's very similar, Scotsman. I mean, you've got a bit of appreciation. I don't think everybody understands. They literally started from scratch, having to rebuild everything they've worked on for 7 years, you know? And for them to do it in a week or two to this level, it just shows you how great these guys really are. You know, not all heroes wear capes. You've heard that one, eh? I mean, this is amazing. If you really sit and think about it, years and years went into the previous flight model and it just had to change. So they're literally starting from scratch. Right, we have tower online, gentlemen, and runway 01 is the arrival. So we're going to have to change that.
Yep, I see it.
That is correct still. So that one. And let's take the eye off this. That one. Okay. Then we need to change it here as well. Arrival will be 01. That's still fine. And then Waneka. Execute. So we can check it. Right, there's the dip and turning back. And we're okay. Good. Well, we haven't transitioned yet. It could be, that it took a bit of a breather there, but look, it's 1.5 is not bad. It's constant high, so we'll see what happens here when this thing changes to Mach. That Mach drag thing has been a problem for Zibo and Twixtor from the beginning. Now, I mean, they've solved it once before. Now this is the second time they have to solve it. We're okay at this point, Scotsman. We'll keep our eyes on it. I'm just going to ignore the tablet for now. I wanted to get it in with the FPS, but it's better to concentrate. Yeah, that's just cosmetic, the other stuff. Morning, Alex. Welcome. Gilbert, I actually read the SOP. I can show you. According to the tables that they publish in the Jeppesen charts, 25 left and right can both be used for takeoff and landing. Obviously, it is then up to the ATC discretion which one of the left and right they want to take. All right. The consideration here is we do now have ATC. If we didn't have ATC, I would have taken 25 right just because it makes the taxi for me easier. Okay. Usually, you know, with ATC, like you say, 25 left, you know, that thing. But this guy, whoever he is, you know, at his discretion chose 01. So we're just going to play the game with him, you know, just conform. Yeah, the ITC at the end of the day decides. I like to check the SOPs and I like to check your live radar feeds as well. And then we sit here and we discuss it amongst each other and then we decide on something and then ITC comes and kind of change the plans a bit. But it's all good.
To level off.
I'm looking at this preferred runway configuration for Brussels. They don't even have 01 in their tables. I've got 25 left, right, and 19 in the tables. And then obviously it's going to be, the rest will be up to ATC discretion. It's really interesting. Thank you, Alex. Alex, I was playing with my advertising banners last night for the first time in a long time. Maybe I should give you a hand. Let me show you. I've actually got these things. I really just don't use them that often. See. Not bad, huh? Right, well, we at cruise. Sit back, relax. Let's release the cabin here a bit. Here we go. Feel free to walk around, gentlemen, ladies, if there are any, and help yourself. The galley is fully stocked as far as I know. Oh, something is eating the CPU again. Ah, oh, look at that. It feels like somebody pulled a handbrake. There we go. We just passed the area. Ha! Excellent, Scotsman. Excellent. Oh, Dave. I had a couple of biscuits with my coffee, but those Pop-Tarts, man. Lucky man. Right, let's see outside. So I'm back on xEnviro, by the way. Because we did the last test flight yesterday on real weather in XP.
Was your climb performance issue now fixed, Nico?
Looks like it, yeah. It's brilliant. Much better.
Nice.
Yes. That's why I released them. So a couple of these guys, I could see they were sweating already, you know. Eyes were watery. We had to, you know, let them free in the cabin. Okay, if this flight goes well for me and I'm happy with it, I will update the x-plane.to site as well. So if you guys use that site, you'll get an email if you have subscribed, and you can grab the full new Zibo there, right? I saw Scotsman, yes. I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy. That's something we have to ask. It's a brilliant observation because I saw that as well. So I'll put that in the report and ask Zibo and Twixter if that is normal. Absolutely. I actually used the torrents this morning to test them and make sure everything is working. It's a brilliant system, that, man. I don't know, Scotsman. When you fly, go use the default weather, see if it will do the same. You now know what to look out for, so go test it, try it. Yeah, there you go, Scotsman. Out, you can go test it. This version is public now. Excellent.
Message to all Skymatic company flights. I have issues with my headset, so I have to turn it off. Repeating the message to all Skymatic company flights. I have issues with my headset, so I have to turn it off. Skymatic 078.
Copy that, Tommy. We heard that.
Thank you, Steve. Have a good one. Right, now talking about porpoising and things like that, I don't see any porpoising. My thing is rock solid.
Yeah, so was mine.
Good one, sure. Thank you.
And about to land, no problems in the descent, no problems on final so far with flaps extension either, so don't know what his problem is.
Yeah, no idea. There's just so many variables. It is almost impossible if you don't go and sit with somebody and really work through everything. You know, there's just so many variables it could be. Very possible. Yeah, the way they simulate the cloud turbulence, more than likely related to that. I mean, but I used real weather last night. I went through the clouds. I was flying in the clouds. You could see the turbulence. I mean, it was shaking. Go watch the video. It's there. You can see there's movement and all, but there's there was no porpoising. Yeah, but the aircraft must be in a really bad position for the VNAV to disconnect.
But I love the new flight model. It's amazing.
Good. Yeah. I'm happy to hear that. Zibo said to me, I first said to him, I really enjoyed flying that model last night. And he sent me a message this morning as well. He said, yeah, I must enjoy flying this one as well. You know, so Zibo, if you're watching, I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. And you can hear the other guys are doing the same. You know what we haven't done? We haven't changed the frequencies and the course values yet. Better change that before we forget. There. 1099. 1099. Beyond the okay, we are gonna have to either wait on ATC or do the planning for the descent a little bit later. Currently, we still only have tower online, but if approach and center comes online, we might have a problem if we go and set that altitude. We're just going to keep it for a while longer. It appears that a couple of guys have either crashed out or disappeared. I don't know whether it's the ATC coming online that has now scared them off or whether they had a crash, but I see we've lost a couple of pilots in our train now. Yeah, Dave, it's going to take a while longer. I can't disclose the reason why. It's a personal thing. So just hang tight, okay? Yeah, he was here a few days ago, and we told him, but he says he is so busy. His new position in that airline, and being one of the instructors now, you know, it's very demanding. Yeah, yes, it does. I hate it when the real world interferes with my virtual world. Even me, I don't like that, but you got to do what you got to do. Christopher, I used to be very, very, very sensitive to not flying. You know, I used to fly between 3 and 5 flights a day for years and years and years and years, right? And then the 1st of January 2024 came. And I tell you what, I've hardly flown. I think you've seen 90% of all my flights when I stream. I mean, then you see it. Then you see how I fly. I've done maybe 5 flights offline that you guys haven't seen. The rest, this is all the flying I've done this year because I've just been so busy in the real world. It killed me, you know, to walk away. But I had to make peace with it. But I can tell you one thing: if my computer is not working, if I can't fly, you know, when I want to fly, man, I feel like a bear with a sore tooth. You know, I just want to bite everybody and kick the dog and do things like that. You know, don't like it. When I want to fly, I want to fly. I don't want to hear stories, and then things must work. And if you then have work interfering, it's a double setback. Scotsman, yes. You know, what a daunting thing to worry about now. Oh, man. Yeah.
Morning, Nico. How are you, mate?
Okay, new Artie.
Pretty good, thank you. Seeing that we're getting towards the end of the day for me here. Otherwise, yeah, life's pretty bloody good.
Excellent. Listen. Wait, I'll send you a message. Let's not bring that up on the stream. Send you a message later.
I was flying with Uncle John and Kevin and the rest of the guys there last night, and we flew into one of the airports, and it was the most trickiest airport to ever fly into. I had 3 goes at it, and of course the first time I flew it online, where everybody else missed it by miles. So I tried to get, which is quite right, and that happens. That's what training's all about. So I said, no, I'll get offline when you guys are all gone, so I'll have another crack at it. And I did. So the second time I got to the runway, but way too much speed, so I did not fly around. The third time, after sitting back and looking at some figures as to what the aircraft was actually at, and then I started my descent a lot earlier without using the speed brake, and then eventually I nailed it. And John and Ellen gave me a couple of pointers as well. I need to be fully configured at a certain waypoint, which I made sure I had that all in place, and absolutely nailed it. So pretty good flying with those guys, because I've learned heaps of them.
Yeah,
Not
good,
to mention
good.
your tutorial. Yeah, it was really good. Really good.
Yeah. Who said it just now? Somebody there on stream said it was MHDG, Toncontin. Yes, that's Scotsman. Yeah, that's Toncontin, guys. If you guys want a nice challenge, you know what we must actually do? I'm thinking out loud now. If I get a chance to stream tonight, I'm going to do Toncontin as well. I'll show you what we're talking about. That is one of the most challenging approaches ever. Tell you what, even I have to sometimes do a go around, try again, maybe a second, turn to get it to land properly. That is, that's one heck of a challenge, man.
It's very good. And as I was coming in, and I'm on my last waypoint, and the ground's coming up, and I'm thinking, I'm going to clip the top of the trees as I come into land with wheels and whatever. But you never do, because it's just your point of view when you sit in the cockpit, so then you land. And I do the replay to see where I was at. I go, nah, I missed the top of the trees by miles, you know. Well, not by miles, but by considerable distance. It's just a really interesting approach into that airport, and it's very challenging. Yeah,
yeah, and that runway is extra short when you're just 5 knots too fast. Then you go into the pub.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't quite end up in the pub. I stopped short. That was nice. Yeah, and then I'll just taxi back to the holding bays and whatever.
Ready
you know,
for
it's very good,
procedure.
excellent, good challenge, and there should be more of them. The other thing we was talking to the guys about, probably mention it. What we could do, maybe on one of your streams, is we all end up at the same airport, but we all come in from different directions, and we just need ATC online.
Oh yeah, yeah. That sounds nice. That sounds nice. I'll have to speak to some of the ATC guys in South Africa. That's going to be very easy to put together. We've done it in South Africa. One of our previous group flights, we did that. The guys came in from different directions. But let's see if we can do that. But Artie, I want you to keep an eye on the channel and Discord. And so what we want to do, I've said it before, is I want to do the high altitude challenge tour that we have in the VA. I want to do that sometime soon. I would prefer to do it in the hotter conditions. So it's just turned spring. Obviously, you're in the southern hemisphere. You know, it's just turned spring here.
Yeah.
So I want proper hot conditions when we go do that high altitude tour, so the guys can see how we do it and enjoy it with us, because that is your next challenge, is to try and land at 12 and 13,000 foot without killing yourself, or take off there. Oh my goodness, that runway is long, but it's sometimes you feel you're going to run out of runway and things like that. We'll get there. We're going to show these guys.
Yeah. Little trick that Uncle John taught me was on a short runway where you need to climb out really quickly. He said, get your engines all fired up so you get to N1, and then hit the toga button, so that way the engine's already revving up to where they need to be for your takeoff speed, and then all of a sudden you see the nose of the aircraft lift up, and then you're rolling down the runway, and you go, I'm going to clear this quite easy, because you can already tell that you've got the speed that you need to do your takeoff and whatever.
Yeah, that's not really the Boeing way of doing things, but we all do it sometimes when we're in a hurry. I think what we need to do is show you guys how to do the bleed off takeoff, yes. To run you guys through that procedure, because if you get your bleed air, from the APU into the cabin, so the guys don't suffocate, then you've got all your power on the engines. You can do a flaps 25 takeoff, easy. Flaps 25, that'll get you in there very quickly.
Really quickly, and that's what Uncle John told me as well. He said, drop your flaps a bit more from your standard 5 flap, go to 15.
Yeah, or 25.
Yeah, and that works really well. So it sort of becomes a little bit of trial and error as well, and which is part of all your learning curve. Yeah, that's awesome.
Nico, I got to run. Thanks for the stream. I have no problems with this version. I really like it. So thanks.
Excellent. Bye, donkey.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Yeah, I think over the years, look, we've visited these places and we've done lots of streams, but I think we've got a lot of new viewers, a lot of new followers that would love to see things like that. So we're going to do that. We'll look at something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be there. Absolutely. I'd be tonight, but life gets in the way, so it's easy to sit back and watch and not participate sometimes.
Yeah, Artie, the only thing I'm thinking out loud now is you're on the wrong side of the world, because if we fly the South American flights, it will be our night time, which means that it will be 2-3 a.m. your time. That's the only predicament that I see. That's going to be a bit crappy. That's going to be a bit terrible for you. I do apologize in advance already, but You'll have to watch the videos and then come afterwards again, you know.
Yeah, I'll work something out. You know, the
Yeah.
odd early morning for me wouldn't hurt too much.
Okay.
Being that we live in a world of retirement.
Yeah, okay, no, well, if you can manage that, that will be cool, because obviously we don't want to fly those hot and high conditions at night. It's going to be silly if we fly at night, because there, as hot as it gets in the day, it gets cold at night as well, and then it defeats the whole object. And obviously, being nighttime, it's going to be difficult to see. Some of those airports are daytime operations only anyway. So we have to time it that we have the South American day going.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Toncontin. If I can manage to do a stream tonight, we'll do it. We're going to go fly Toncontin. I'll show you guys. In the meantime, do yourself a favor, watch some YouTube videos of the real world guys landing there.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. Yep.
Yeah. Scotsman, you're right there. Those granite clouds are a little bit hard. All right, well, there's no ATC here, so I am going to go and start my descent. What will be the actual descent? Altitude will be 2000. Sorry, Marco? Marco, say again?
Just confirming, yes, no, just there was ATC coming in, so I just stopped transmitting. But just to confirm, I'm getting that purposing while changing flaps also an approach with this version. I'm using the fall XP weather just in case.
Yes, Dave, they could very well be some of those videos. Yeah, absolutely. Go have a look, guys. It's not for the faint-hearted, I promise. Yeah, I seem to have missed it, eh? Prepare for a nosedive. I was a bit late there, unfortunately. My bad, sorry. Dive.
Oh wow, you're coming down in a hurry.
Yeah, I pulled the speed brake for more induced drag just to make this thing drop the nose a bit further. Eh? Yeah, Paro is one of those places. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I have to go practice that one again. Yeah, Antonio, Antonio is very good with things like that. Very detail orientated like you, Scotsman. I got the notice and you guys saw me. I did do the wind down, but it was obviously too late. And then obviously I'm busy fiddling on the FMC. I didn't realize the aircraft didn't take. So there we go. Allegedly. Man, I love that word. There's the pressure warning. So they still need to fix that. What we're gonna do, I'd rather sit upright. I'm lying back here. You know what, guys? Just leave that. I'm not going to bother too much. We know it's a problem. It needs to be fixed, so don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm descending way too fast, and the code isn't optimized for this yet, Scotsman. So there's other guys that have complained about it. Now I've obviously seen it myself. I'm just descending way too fast for the system to cope. Zibo is aware, you know, it is a bug. Yeah, it's weird. It's like, don't worry about it. We know about it. Trickster was saying something about going manually. It's still, and now it's even worse. Now it's even worse. I'll just leave it at auto. We'll let them sort it out. Dave, I've thought about that already, eh? If we have to, we will. Before we get to ATC, we'll have to do that. But so far, we are actually catching up. Look.
Takeoff was great. We will see your landing.
Ja, moment. Artie, you still here?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I was just looking at the message you sent me.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to just quickly tell you. Bruce is a character. And he always asks this question, where would you rather be? You'll see if you watch one of his videos. Where would you rather be?
Right.
And I thought about it when we were talking about flight sim and the real world versus, virtual world. And I also want to say, where would you rather be? I'd like to be right here where I'm now, I'm sitting in my favorite position, doing my flight simming in the cockpit here with all you guys. Yeah. Where would you rather be? This is my favorite place.
Yeah. Yeah. What they call living the dream.
You'll hear him say that too. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, living the dream.
Yeah, that Bruce is living his dream, man.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard phrase back here, living the dream.
Yeah.
That means you've got everything under control and that's it.
No you're very happy and all. Yeah, well, it's like, I'm living my dream. I wanted to do this in real world. The closest I got was the level D sims, never flown this thing in the real world, but I'm living my dream right now, and I think a lot of people watching here and following us are doing the same. We're all living our dream,
I actually, you have a bucket list, and one of my things on my bucket list was to fly a real aircraft. Well, I did that about 6 weeks ago.
I remember you told us.
Yeah, the little 172, and I was very familiar with that type of aircraft through flight simming and whatever. And after doing the briefing with the pilot, he actually let me do the taxiing out to the run-up. We did the run-up, and we checked the magnetos, make sure they're all working correctly and whatever. Taxi out to the runway holding point, and he says, "I will do the departure. And once I get to 2,000 feet, he said, you can fly it after that because you can do whatever you like." So we spoke about what I was going to do, and it was 2 hours I had up there, and I was the quickest 2 hours I had in my entire life before I realised. He said, "Follow the coastline back," and he pointed out a few waypoints. Just when you get to that point, he says, "I will take over," and as he said, we're only 3 minutes away from our airport, so I will land the aircraft and whatever. So heaps of questions I asked, and lots of information. Walked away with a few books and whatever. So he goes, "No," he said, "You're all over this." Brilliant.
Excellent.
Brilliant. So anybody that thinks, I should just do one, this is a trial thing, and you don't have to take it anywhere else, but you can feel the G-forces on the aircraft, which you can't experience on a flight simulator, and that was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, descent and banking around to the left and right. I did some figure 8 works and some circle work and whatever. And it's so hard. You go, keeping the aircraft at an altitude that's assigned and trying to keep it there, and you keep dropping down. That's the natural thing. Once you start banking, the aircraft just wants to head towards Earth. So you've got to keep it up. Yeah, very good. Mostly enjoyed.
Excellent. Well, Scotsman, I'm glad you did. It's nice to have you as a buddy here. And Dave, you're right. And look, when I was still flying back in the day, the guys hated me for being a flight simmer. They all laughed at me. Man, I had to endure a lot of bullying from the real pilots. And then one or two of them came and they joined me at home here, and they went, no way. See, ignorance is loud, and when they don't know what they're talking about, it's easy to badmouth somebody or to bully somebody, but once the bug bites you, and this flight simming is really nice.
Yeah, definitely agree with that one.
KLM 171 Alpha. Was that for me? Clear to land the runway 01 L 01.
KLM 17 Alpha A firm.
Roger. KLM 171 Alpha.
Good day, Brussels Tower. It's Skymatix 014, established for 01.
I just noticed
Skymatix
it's
014. Continue approach number 2 for landing.
Number 2 for landing, Skymatix 014.
I've just noticed that the tower controller is Gino. He is one of our Zibo followers as well. He's a fellow Zibo pilots.
United 204, push and start approved. Skymatix 04, you are taxiing the wrong way. So taxi straight forward and take the next to the right. Next to the right on inner 8.
Yeah, I saw that I was going the wrong way. I was just a quick U-turn, so I'll be back on track.
KLM 17 Alpha vacated Echo 5, so taxi to stand 156 via Echo 5 and then follow the outers.
Flaps 1 set.
Then 156 Echo 5 and then follow the outers KLM 171 Alpha.
Skymatix 014, wind is calm, runway 01, you're clear to land.
Clear to land, Skymatix 014.
Approaching transition.
KLM 171 Alpha, just follow the Skymatix in front of you.
Following the Skymatix in front of me, KLM 171 Alpha.
Yes, for the stations on the ground, ground is online. Ground is online, so monitor ground on 118.055.
Bristol Tower, very good day. The KLM 957, fully established on runway 01 right. 01 fully.
KLM 957, Roger, continue approach 01, number 2 for land.
Continue approach 2 for land, KLM 957.
Transition level. Ready for approach checklist.
Skymatix 014, runway vacated.
Skymatix 014, contact Brussels ground on 118.055. KLM 957, wind is calm, runway 01, you're clear to land.
Runway 01, clear to land, KLM 957.
United 024, contact ground on 118.055.
KLM 957, contact ground 118.055, bye-bye.
Contacting ground 118.055. Thank you for service, sir. Have a nice day. Bye-bye, KLM 957.
I have to slow down, otherwise I might get a go around. I don't want to. Was a problem there with Peter. Brussels Tower, good morning. Skymatix 001. We're on a 10-mile final. We are establishing on the localizer for runway 01.
1000 to level off.
Skymatix 001, good morning, Nico. Continue approach 01, number 2 for landing.
Thank you, Gino. Nice to see you on online and doing the ATC for us, man. Much appreciated.
Yes, especially for Skymatix, of course.
Yes, sir. Right, auto brake is due. Should be fine. Cabin secure again. Linda's got the lights 3 green, gear down, flaps 30. We're okay.
Cabin crew, take your seats, prepare for landing.
Yeah, it feels amazing to fly this aircraft. As far as I'm concerned, I might as well update that x-plane.to website. So if any of you use that, I'll have the update sometime today ready for you guys. Yeah, it does, eh? Nice bunch of trees and stuff. I'm not sure if it is the scenery here. I'm using an old X-Plane 11 scenery, and I'm not sure if that is the cause for cutting out the auto, because this is just default X-Plane. This is no autos here. But I am running the auto, so something's cutting it out. Probably this airfield.
Oh, it's looking quite good, Nico.
Yeah. Not bad for a default generic version of a sim.
Absolutely.
Are you using Zink Heaven, Nico?
Yes, yeah, that's part of it, I suppose, that makes it look so great. Definitely that.
Yep.
Thanks for reminding me.
001, wind is calm, runway 01.
That is the reason I was telling.
Yeah, to land runway 01, Skymatix 001.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Approaching 01.
Well, have a nice landing, Nico.
500.
Thank you.
Clear to land runway 01.
Not now, Owen. He's concentrating. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
300.
Did I tell him already we're all watching?
200.
You're a funny man.
Cat, what cat? Oh! on the runway.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Speed breakup.
Very nice.
Yeah, that was a nice good. And you know what? I forgot to calibrate my rudders. Look at that. Oh, you just touch it and it goes skew.
At least
I don't see that.
Skymatix 001 after landing, vacate left.
Dead on the center line still.
Yeah, but it is swaying.
Oh,
and I
yeah,
literally
now I see it, yeah.
I literally just touch it and it's swaying. It's like very sensitive.
Yeah, I don't think EIDW is going to be able to catch that because it's minor.
No, but you see what the problem is, right? What the problem is, you all love me and you appreciate me, but then there's this one or two characters that comes on the comments afterwards and they say, you idiot, you pretend to be this good pilot, you can't even taxi. And you go, whatever.
Yeah, whatever, just ignore them.
I blocked a guy the other day that came on and made comments similar to that. He was ripping me apart. I just blocked him off the channel. Now he can't come back. He can't come and talk to me again.
Yeah, Nico, the thing is that even though it's flight simulation, but coming into land like you did, and it takes quite some skills actually, and lots of practice to make sure that you hit that center line bang on. Yeah. It's just not something that happens. The computer does not do that for you. You have to make all those components work for you.
Yeah,
and then,
absolutely.
And as we all know, just before you get to
wait. Line up runway 7 right, on position heavy, and wait.
All right, sorry. ATC guys, just give me a second. We can chat about it just now again.
Skymatix 001, contact Brussels ground on 118.055. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much contacting ground now, sir. Thank you for your service, Gino. Have a good one.
Yes, bye-bye. And to all the pilots of Skymatix, have a very nice weekend. Bye-bye.
Ground, good morning. Skymatix 001, requesting taxi to the stand.
Skymatix 001, welcome to Brussels, taxi to
So
stand
Tommy's still at the other exit.
0,
Standing there.
Please repeat for Skymatix 001. The guys on Discord speak too much in my background. Sorry about that.
Skymatix 001, no problem, taxi to stand 170 via inner.
170 via inners, Skymatix 001. But I now need to see where is... Oh, there it is. There it is.
It's always the wrong moment that somebody says something.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I got it.
And apologies, Nico, if I was one of those guys that talked over when you were listening.
Yeah, you and Owen. Aye. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, guys.
Yeah, we came here to talk, but that's
Yeah,
the right thing to do. Just mute us, or just mute yourself because
Exactly.
I've got the same. When I've got ATC contact, I'll just mute myself. And we can see that that you're muted.
Yes.
So
Yeah. That is one big airport.
Yeah, now you need to find your place, but I think I've got it. This is inners.
Yeah, this is inner, and then straight forward. And
that's
then,
it. And I need to find 170. After landing procedure.
170, I think, is one of the first ones.
Yes, it's in fact the third one from the site that we're coming on.
Yeah, you've got the diagonal 174, then 172, 170.
Just to elaborate a little bit more, I had to load this X-Plane 11 scenery here because in X-Plane 12 I don't have any buildings here and nobody can tell me why. I just don't have buildings. It's one of the airports that I don't have buildings on. All the other airports work, but not this one.
That's strange.
In standard? In standard explain?
Yes, there's no buildings here. Nothing.
Yeah, because there are buildings. Well, in the standard one, no, of course, because I have the standard one.
Yeah, really strange.
Yes, 17. Control Shift M. Did I miss it now? No, it's the next one. The next one. It's the next one. We get 174, 172, and then 170. So it's the next one. You know what we didn't do? We didn't start this IP.
Well, it will be just running at the gate, I think.
Yeah.
If you start it now. There's real life pilots always do that trick to start it just in time. Huh?
Yeah.
That it's just online when they're stopped.
Yeah.
So that's all about fuel saving, yeah?
Yeah, noise. Most of the airports nowadays don't allow you to run your IP more than, I think, 30 minutes. Huh? There's a limit, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's just a game they play. But
Dave,
which
yeah, sorry?
Which sim is this then? Is this 2020 or something?
X-Plane. This is X-Plane.
X-Plane.
Yeah.
X-Plane 11.
12. I'm using X-Plane 11 scenery because my X-Plane 12 does not have
that's why.
the gates.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why. Because you're a bit next to the line of the 170.
Yeah.
In my scenery, then, huh?
Okay. So, Dave, you can't disable the auto overlays anymore. In the version of AutoOrtho that I have, 7.2 or 02 or something like that, the overlays is part of the scenery now. There is no differentiation between them. You can't separate them. You can't change that anymore.
I've got the overlays off of AutoOrtho. Perhaps that's the solution.
You're not supposed to be able to do that. If you have the latest version of AutoOrtho, it's intermingled, it's intertwined. You can't disable it. It's not separatable.
I'll check.
I think he's talking about orthos, not necessarily AutoOrtho.
Yeah. Orthos, yes, by all means. But AutoOrtho, I can't do.
Yeah, AutoOrtho. I got AutoOrtho disabled. I'll check it. Wait.
Yeah. Hello, Gino.
I can't do that now.
Yeah, wait. Hello, Gino. Welcome to the stream and thank you for your service. And it's nice to have you. And your ground person, whoever he was, I don't know his name. Thank you to him too.
Yeah, Cornel de Baas.
Okay. Dave.
Held it.
You were supposed to delete those overlays because in the previous version of AutoOrtho, they did separate them. In 7.2, you're not supposed to have an overlays folder. You were supposed to delete that folder.
If you're on blocks, you can switch to Unicom frequency changes approved. Have a very nice day, Nico. See you.
Let me just get his name quickly. Cornel, baie dankie. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a very good day as well. I'll switch to Unicom now. Thank you, bye. Right. Okay. So, I don't know why the other guys disconnected, whether it was maybe because they saw ATC come on, but I had 2 or 3 guys behind me. And then we had, I think, Anthony. Yeah, Anthony's still coming. He's not that far behind, but we can't really wait for him now. So, everybody watching, everybody flying with ATC and all, thank you so much for making this a great day, guys. This was absolutely wonderful to have this flight with you.
Thank you, Nico.
Yeah, you too, Nico.
Yeah, cool. let's.
Yeah, Nico, have a great day, and I shall have a great evening where I am at.
100%. Guys, just one last thing. If I can, we'll do Toncontin this evening. Otherwise, we'll work it in somewhere. Okay, so don't bargain on it, but if I can, I'll try.